Hello, everyone. So, today we are going to do something special. Let's begin with a simple thought. When you think of brands, maybe you have seen particular things like, do you have mobile phone? What type of logo it is having? Apple and a swoosh? What else? So you can see when you think of brands like Apple, Nike, Nivea, what comes to your mind first? Is it this logo only, a feeling, or a tagline? So, today, what we are going to do, we are diving into brand identity and strategy. These are two core pillars that turn an ordinary business into unforgettable brands, right? So, we'll see that, after this session, you will be able to discover that how brands don't just exist visually, but emotionally, psychologically, and strategically in our minds. In our minds means in the minds of consumers. So let's get started. Whenever we are planning to build a brand, what you need? Yeah. So firstly, you need to think that resonates. A brand that resonates. We first need to understand the essentials, right? Brand identity essentials. It is not just the logo, which is there on the product, it's carefully crafted mix of what? Logo, colors, typography, packaging, and tone of voice. These visuals, verbal elements, be it visual or verbal elements, they shape how a brand appears and feels to us as consumers, right? Have you ever been to Starbucks? Yeah. When you walk into a Starbucks, or if you open an Amazon box, which may be gifted by someone, what you see, that consistent feel, that's identity working seamlessly, no? That's what we are trying to build when it comes to a brand identity, right? Then what have we got? Let's simplify this further. You think a brand as a person, okay? Anyone around you. Just like a person's outfits reflects their personality, a brand's visual identity communicates what it stands for. And just as we all speak with a unique tone and mannerisms, brands do speak in distinct voices. Some are playful. Have you ever gone through the social media handlers of Zomato? Oh my God, what sort of memes they are having, right? Some are very formal and reliable, like IBM. This is the analogy which you can set up, and it helps us humanizing the brands. And remember, people connect with personalities, not products, right? So you can see these two logos. Though name is given, but after seeing it, what have you observed? Take Nike. Yeah, this is a swoosh. Its performance brand identity is sleek, bold, and powerful. The swoosh, such as the speed and the black and white palette, shows focus. Just do it is its tagline, right? Just do it. What does it mean? It means it is challenging us to move. In contrast, you can see here Nivea, right? What is it showing? When you think of Nivea or see that packaging, what has come to your mind? It has a soft care identity, right? Minimalist approach, minimal packaging, pastel tones, rounded shapes. It evokes calmness, nurturance. Both are very strong brands, but you can see the difference. Their identities are aligned with very different emotions and strategies. So this is for athletes, for sports, and this one is for, that gentle touch, the skin tone, and everything. What have we got here? Now it brings us to the engine behind every brand. That is the strategy. Brand strategy. See, everybody is having that brand. But what is making them stand out? Brand strategy, which answers who are we? What do we stand for? Who do we serve? What are our target customers? It defines the brand purpose, mission, values, and long term goals. You can see Tesla is a company, you must have heard about it, right? Tesla's strategy isn't just to sell electric cars, it's to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, right? So every brand has its own, strategy to move forward. Strategy is inward looking. It's what guides brand behavior. What will be the next step? And here's the magic. When identity meets strategy and they come together, they create a synergy. The synergy which transforms a product into an experience, a logo into a lifestyle. Think of Apple. It is merely an apple, right? But though its identity is minimalist and modern, its strategy is about simplicity and innovation. Together, they deliver a seamless premium user experience, right? That's the power of aligning when you know who you are, what you say, and how you look, how you are perceived by your consumers, right? And what do we get when all these pieces align? The connection. Strong branding builds emotional bridges. It creates trust, loyalty, and differentiation in a noisy market. Customers don't just buy products, they buy meaning for them. As future builders, marketers, or entrepreneurs, you need to remember a well crafted identity backed by a clear strategy doesn't just attract, it lasts. It creates that impact in the minds of consumers, in their perception. So, branding is both an art and a discipline. Identity that gives the brand its face, and strategy give its soul, right? So this is it for today. I'm sure you will look for some of the logos, brands, their taglines, and try to get the meaning out of it. Okay? Out of them. Thank you so much. See you in the next class. Bye bye.